So I'm getting really close to a completed set of core Justice League International characters from RB Customs. And this month we take on the Martian Manhunter, Manhunter from Mars, John Jones, John Jones. I think there's probably several other ways his name is pronounced, but the Superpowers line, the original Kenner line, came out in the second wave, 1985. And I believe at that time, that was probably my first introduction to the character. I wasn't as steeped in comics as I became starting in really 1986 with, again, The Dark Knight Returns, Legends, and Watchmen, and other DC great comics coming out at that time. But started to really appreciate the character after that, and loved his role in JLI as sort of the stoic person that loved Oreos, and loved his role in later incarnations in the JLA, where his telepathy power was used to help guide the team, and then loved him, of course, in the cartoon later on. And while he doesn't always come across the fan favorite, and in some ways has more power, in many ways has more powers than Superman, he always sort of fills an interesting spot. So excited to get the Oreo loving man from Mars on the team. And again, you get this incredible RB Customs quality. So let's go over and take a look at this. So a few things jump out. Again, has the nice matte green paint job, matte blue, matte red, to really make all the detail jump. And there are a few other changes that you can really appreciate. Of course, the thing that really jumps out right here is you have the cape that is attached. And this is kind of a harder cape. I know when he has to do the capes that fold over, those create some interesting challenges, and you have to be very careful with them as to not disturb the figure, but creates this sort of beautiful effect with the cape. And he's got the cape rung here, the red sort of cape strap that goes in front that is custom. And you're also going to notice the head has some custom features as well. So if I zoom in closely, you're going to see the brow is separated. And that's a very cool feature. It's something I didn't notice immediately, but the brow has been separated, unlike the original figure. And, there has been a bit of face modeling as well. As we know, Roan is so good at that. And the eyes went to the more, red, which, they appeared as white, they appeared as red, but red became kind of the more popular occurrence or appearance of those eyes over time. So quick look at the back of the figure. Again, same awesome paint job. And, it's funny because these figures, they don't hold up over time. And as you know, he uses an original base. This was a Martian Manhunter base that I purchased for him to work on. And yeah, action feature still works okay, but not great at this point. And I also had him just increase his height a little bit more. So you can see here he is compared to the original. And there is probably just a slight heightening of the legs, and the top of the head gets a little bit higher. And, I did like this character though back in the day. I like the figure overall, I like the look of it. I do remember he kind of peg warmed a little bit back in the day because, again, not a lot of people knew about Martian Manhunter, including myself, but love this addition to the line, and love what he does as, someone who came in, I believe, in JLI 7 and became the leader of JLI. I mean, he was in there from the beginning, but he became the team leader after Batman sort of stepped back in JLI number 7 and Justice League number 7, or whatever it became, Justice League International number 7, and, fulfilled kind of a quasi-leadership role for years to come. So really excited to get this. they're not featured here, but I do have a fun plate of Oreo cookies that is scaled correctly, along with a package of Oreo cookies that is scaled correctly. And, I didn't ask Roan to open a hand on Martian Manhunter. That might have been a little bit too difficult, but I can always sort of place him in proximity to those cookies and bring out the JLI love. So thanks again to RB Customs, to Roan Bella. And, I'll leave a link to his page, and you can see more of the customs he creates and the awesome commissions he works on. So please leave your comments below and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.